we've been very, very focused on integrating and building a platform for the future. So you haven't seen us that active in the acquisition market in recent years because we've been building that platform, that integrated model that we believe differentiates us from the rest of the competitors in the marketplace. We believe that the professionalism that we've brought to the business, whether it's our commercialization efforts or the AmeriCOLD operating system, which is our platform of doing business so our customers have a similar experience no matter where they are in the world, is that platform for success as we drive into the future. I definitely think that automation is going to play a bigger role for us as you go forward. But if you kind of step back and you think about automation in the temperature control space, there's very little of it here in the States today. The complexity with temperature control and having to manage, expiry dates and lot codes and all of that requires a different level of sophistication from a warehouse management system. We've spent well over $50 million over the last 6 years in deploying that technology and upgrading our facilities to be able to support that level of activity. I always give an example of French fries because most people can resonate with an Ore-Ida French fry that you would find in your local grocery shelf. And in Idaho, all your major food producers that have potato-based products have major infrastructure, hundreds of millions of dollars of infrastructure that's developed in Idaho. And it comes into our facility where we're responsible for tempering that product to a frozen temperature for preservation. What's going on with consumer preferences does have an impact on our business, and it's been a very positive impact if you think about things. Two major factors. Number one, big push to fresh and frozen, right? So it's a growing segment of the grocery store. If you think about your grocery store 20 years ago, what you saw was a very large center store of dry goods and then kind of a peripheral of frozen or fresh goods. Now if you look at that store, center store has shrunk a bit and fresh and frozen has taken up all of the space in the grocery store. So that's good news for us as people are looking for fresh and frozen, which is preserved and very healthy for the consumers. The second piece that's happening is consumer preference, especially here in the U.S., continues to widen. Today, you go to a local grocery store and you see hundreds of SKUs, right? So lots and lots of different manufacturers, gluten-free, margarita, buffalo chicken, right? All these different varieties. So what that means to us from a supply chain standpoint is we have to be flexible in our systems and in our operations to be able to handle that kind of SKU intensity. Having the systems and the processes and the ability to be able to adapt to that type of intensity is something that we've welcomed. And as a result, we're the largest in the world in terms of doing, case handling in the temperature controlled industry. We have intentionally built out a team here that is second to none. We've invested in our overhead, our SG&A with industrial engineers, again, that focus on efficiency of the operations, help layouts and, racking profiles within the warehouse. They've been very, very focused and diligent on changing processes and driving efficiencies. And then there's supply chain solution providers that are working with our customers and understanding what's happening, what are the dynamics that are changing in the environment, and they're working ahead of that to build out solutions and profiles of the business. And we've really blended all of those people together, and it gives us the opportunity to really see all sides of the supply chain and understand what our customers, no matter where they are in that spectrum of the supply chain, where their needs are.